Good day. I'm your host, Richard Faust. Welcome to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood, and I'm really pleased and happy to have two individuals that are with us today. Kayla Mack is the Recreation Coordinator too. She's Youth Services Supervisor for Cottonwood Parks and Recreation Department. Kayla, thank you for being here this morning.
Yeah.
And I know we'll be having some questions for you, so thank you very much for that. Brigham Peterson. Brigham, you're a senior at Mingus Union High School, and I know how that feels. It's been a long time ago, but it feels pretty good. And you're the chairperson to the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission.
Yes, sir.
You're also president of the Mingus National Honor Society. So congratulations on those.
Thank you very much.
Those appointments, as well as those leadership positions.
Thank you.
Means an awful lot, and especially as you start working in the capacity of what you're doing, and that is starting to go towards what you want to do in with your life.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
So we'll talk a little bit more about that too here in just a little bit. As we talk about today, we're going to be discussing the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission, as a lot of people put it, CYAC, and that's the acronym for the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission, but a lot of people utilize it in that context. This body is it's a body that serves the Cottonwood City Council. It's dedicated to promoting the youth voice in local government, which is really incredible, especially for youth in our community. The CYAC is made up of students between 8th and 12th grade and with diverse backgrounds who care about their community and have a drive to make our community the best possible place to live. It's especially for youth. Youth commissioners are supported by adult advisors and city staff. They advise the Parks and Recreation Department, the city manager, the city council on various aspects of the community, as well as they identify and address concerns and issues, and are responsible for planning and implementing social and community-oriented activities within our community. So quite a broad spectrum of things that they do. I'm always pleased because I get to actually go to different parks and recreation events, and as I go to recreation activities and special event programs, guess who I always see? And it's always these Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission, and these young people are incredible individuals within our community. And so again, I extend my appreciation to you. Brigham, thank you again.
Thank you.
And we'll be talking here, especially as it pertains to your election here also in that capacity. I think what I want to just start up right off the bat is as we enter into this first segment about leaders and leadership, and as what we were talking here, as an introspection back over this past year, how would you describe service to community, and how does it affect you personally?
Well, over my high school years, actually, I've done a lot of community service within my community, my Boy Scouts background, actually. And so it's played a big role. It's something that I enjoy the most, is with dealing with people and doing my service. And so it's a big part of my life. And so I wanted something that was going to involve that with also being involved with people. So the Youth Commission was one of those great things, and it's really just plays a huge role within the community because a lot of things happen around here with actually community service, and so I enjoy it very much, and it's one of my big things that I like are like one of my hobbies actually. So
it's very challenging then as well for you to do all of these different things that you do.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of just jumping everywhere, then trying to manage everything mostly. It's not really. I enjoy it actually a lot, so it's really fun.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Like you said, it's kind of a hobby of yours as well. It's going to help you a lot as you grow in the future.
Of course.
Now, you were just elected the chairperson of the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission for the City of Cottonwood. What are your plans or goals for this forthcoming new year involving the commission and programs?
Well, the commission, we really want to take a new approach by trying to make a lot more of new programs for youth-oriented. So we want to do a new teen night, or probably provide a night when we can do a lot more teen outreach within the schools and within the community. So we also want to promote leadership in how we're doing basically everything. We want to basically make it a new commission, so we're promoting children and then helping as much as possible with that community service point for sure. So trying to put our name out there so we can help out wherever we can is the big point right now, is putting our name out there than trying to establish more and more. So,
good ideas.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Now, how long have you been a member of the CYAC?
This is actually my second year on the commission. I was seated last year as just a voting member, and then years before that, I kind of just helped out with the haunted houses and the programs a little bit, and then I finally applied last year and got on, and so this is my second year.
That's great. Now, what first interested you about the commission, and why did you pursue this challenge?
Well, obviously community service, and I really wanted more programs because I wanted to get, it's obviously a great thing to help me with life skills. So I wanted to really be a person who was in the community a lot more and known so I could help others is my main point, basically. And so I really wanted to get on the commission so I could get basically just out there and then help people and then basically make a change in the community, because I've grown up here and it's really been a big part of my life as living in Cottonwood, because it's definitely great. So
well, good for you. Those are some pretty deep perspectives as we look at this. Now, can you, seeing that the elections just occurred, can you tell us who the new commissioners are that were selected for this next year?
Yes. So this year we have 6 new commissioners who just got actually seated. So Itzel Diaz we have, and then another girl named Kiati Murdoch, and then another girl named Rianne George, Michaela King, McKenna Bliss, and Atlantis Babbitt as our non-voting member. And so then we also have reseated our old commission members, which are Dallin Gordon, Riley Bliss, Ruben Coyancy, Aniston Jones, John Valentine as our vice president this year, Jahia Rogers, Jamie Chenoweth, then me as president. So,
oh, good job. Okay, yeah. That's a long list of individuals. Yeah. So now total of what, 13?
14 members.
14 members.
1 non-voting though.
1 non-voting. Okay.
Yes, so 13 voting.
That's great. Now we got to see what was it, 5 of those young people then get up in front of the council the other night with you.
Yes, we did.
So it was good. That was good to see.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's kind of scary getting up in front of the council like that, especially as young people.
Yeah.
But it really is neat, and it's great for them to see also these dedicated youth and what they strive to do and what they want to do in the future.
Definitely, for sure.
So it's kind of cool. Now, Kayla, as we get back over to you, thank you again for joining us this morning. How do you fit into this program and the commission?
Yeah, so I am their representative, so I'm really with them during the meetings, setting up for events, and all throughout the volunteering.
And now, tell our viewers how your position provides direction and guidance for this group of teens.
Yeah, so I really like to take everybody's advice because it is their commission. So what I do is kind of like give them ideas for fundraising, and then I let them vote on what they really would like to focus on. So we do that kind of stuff. I really just set up the path for them and help them lead that way so they can really, like he said, divine those life skills and leadership abilities. So I'm just really there to help and mentor them.
Oh, that's good. And I know Jack Teal, your direct supervisor, Jack was doing that, I think, this past year.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of neat as we start seeing different individuals actually that are interested as well at trying to help lead the youth in the community. So, and I know that was put out there. I think the commission now has been active in the community since around, what was it, 2006 or 7? If I remember right, so about 12 years now it's coming up on. So that's a long time. And not only that, there's been a lot of awards for this group of individuals, these young people, I think twice now. And so it's good to see that you guys are so proactive within the community. It's really a great thing. Now, Kayla, you were also recently hired into your position as a supervisor within the Parks and Recreation Department. How do you see your skills and experience fit in with this group of youth and teen programs for our community?
Yeah, so with having a degree in hospitality, it really shows how important it is to get yourself out there and make those positive relations. So I do show how important it is to kind of greet everybody, show a smiling face. And I feel like I was part of the Student Athletic Advisory Commission in college. So in those, I was able to see how those meetings were run and able to help events. We did a lot of Make-A-Wish events like that. And it really helped generate a voice. Also, as a part of the strengthening positivity and reinforcing kindness. So that will kind of give me some ideas that we can do to really show our face out there more and make those positive connections.
So you have a lot of background as well, especially even in college. And so being kind of a new employee as well, you're also young, so they look to you, I think, in that context as well.
Yeah.
And kind of go, okay, well, you've been through all of this, so, how can she help us out? So I think that'll be a great thing, and it's really kind of neat how the interaction takes place between you guys. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Now, Brigham, just real quick also, I'm interested in a little bit more of your background. We talked about the National Honor Society.
Yeah.
That's really kind of a unique thing. Can you expound upon that a little bit as to what you do?
So National Honor Society is a national organization for basically the Honor Society students, so the cream of the crop for each high school. So it's you have to have a certain GPA and a certain number of community service hours to get into the club, and then you have to keep going with those. So you have to do community service, and you have to really fulfill a lot of things. And as my role as president in National Honor Society, I'm advising Mingus Union High School for that club. So I'll be at all the events, I'll be planning everything, I'll be working with my officer team and our advisor, Mr. Furry, to really kind of just make more events and then do more community service, obviously. So we do a lot of like toy drives or a lot of just outreach events, for sure.
All right. Well, good. That's great information. We're going to be taking a short break here for our second segment coming up. And again, thank you both for being here. And come back and join us here in just a moment. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. Come right back.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.com.
This is Bruce Merle, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Thank you for joining us for Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. We're here today, we're discussing the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission, and we're talking with Brigham Peterson as well as Kayla Mack. Good to have both of you on board with us. Brigham, starting this right off the bat, what skills do you have that you feel will be valuable for your future on the commission?
The biggest thing that I think is valuable is leadership, definitely, which I have a lot of experience in leadership, and leading by example is definitely the biggest thing I try to really do as I'm the commission president. I try to be involved as much as I can within and helping everybody. So if I plan an event, I'm not just there just bossing everybody around. I'm actually doing the work with them.
Do you actually boss people around?
Not exactly.
They don't think that, though. Yeah.
Not exactly, but
great.
I try to be in there and just helping everybody and being a support system, really, and really just saying, like, if somebody's getting down on themselves, just be like, hey, let's keep going. We got it. We're almost done, or whatnot, for sure. So.
And that's a good leader. Is backing up those individuals and letting them know what kind of the direction needs to be taken here.
Definitely.
So is there one particular thing that you feel the commission should be involved with in the future, and maybe give our viewers some of the top priorities that you have in mind?
We definitely want to be involved more with the city events, I think. So if with the Brian Mickelson run, the Easter egg hunt, and we want to be out there and basically helping and just future, I guess, just trying to just be out there and put our name out there a lot more. Tonight we do have pictures with Santa at the Recreation Center, and we're trying to really get our name out there and help out the community as best as possible, as just doing service for everybody, for sure.
That's great. So you'd be out there with Santa today.
Yeah.
So, all right. So as a voice for the youth in our area, what would you like to see change in our city or future direction to pursue on the behalf of our community?
I'd really like to see a lot more families and just children and teens out there just doing stuff in the community, like if they're at the parks or at more events, trying to see more like public movie nights in the park, or more dive-in movies, or just more community outreach with everybody and doing more community service, obviously, and this providing a great place to live, which Cottonwood's already a wonderful place to live. Just try to expand that more and more and build it up more and more, as it'd be awesome to see that happen.
All right. Yeah. So now, over the last couple of years, now that you've been on board with the CYAC, thus far, What's been kind of your favorite CYAC program?
Definitely doing the haunted house.
The haunted house.
The haunted house. Scaring little kids is actually fun, apparently. so we definitely, I've enjoyed that so much. That was my favorite event, actually, coming on to the commission last year. I was looking so forward to the haunted house, and it was a great turnout last year. And I'm definitely looking forward to the 4th of July, because the 4th of July is just a great time for all of us. It's
family.
Yeah, for sure. And getting to sell all the stuff out there for our fundraiser, and then just being out in the community is the best part about it.
So if I think that in the context, when we take a look at all of those different programs, are we going to be actually maybe looking forward to another haunted house program in the fall?
Well, yes, we're trying to plan on that early.
Okay.
So we're trying to get that established early, as it didn't happen this year. So we're trying to establish that early so we can get it going, because that is one of the biggest things that we do, and so we want to definitely have that next year.
That sounds good. So what are your personal plans for your future?
I want to, after my high school graduation, I want to go on a 2-year mission for my church.
Awesome.
And so after that, then I want to either go to one of the military academies, preferably Coast Guard or the Naval Academy, or instead, if that doesn't work out, I kind of want to go to either ASU or U of A and then join the ROTC program and then be an officer in the military.
That's great. So you got a good backup plan as well,
yeah,
just in case.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, good luck on that career path, bud. So thank you. Can you name someone that you've admired or patterned your leadership styles after?
Probably President Roosevelt, as today is Pearl Harbor Day, and so it's a big day in U.S. history, and so I look to him for a lot of his speech, a lot of his speeches, as they inspire me a lot and really just keep me going, because I want to strive to be like him, and I want to try to get as high as him one day and try to be out there in the country and the community as well. And so,
good aspiration there.
Definitely.
Yeah. So now, I guess in that same context, can you name someone that you've admired or patterned your leadership style after in the commission as president coming up? What are your thoughts there?
I definitely try to do some things like Gunnar Tillman, our former president, and then Jack Teal has really helped me a lot with learning how to be more of a leader and more of a person who just knows how to deal with people better and better leadership skills. He's taught me a lot with his. I've actually taken a class from him for my work experience class in high school, and so he taught that class and taught a lesson to us, and so I learned a lot from him. So
I think I've learned a lot from Jack too, so especially over the years. He's a great person to actually pattern some of your lifestyles after too. So now explain your interpretation of the CYAC's statement of dream big.
I really think that dream big is for anybody, no doubt, no matter how old or how young you are. So I try to dream big with everything. I try to strive for the best. So I feel like teens in our community definitely can just dream big with everything that we can do. So if it's if your dreams to go to college, definitely just go after that and never stop. And even if you fail the first time, just don't stop and always just achieve your goals no matter what. Don't back down. And so just dream big. You can achieve anything if you put your mind to it.
That's great. Great information to pass on. Now, the commission is a subcommittee of the City Council. How will you ensure the voice of the youth is heard?
Well, definitely just putting our name out there. We're trying to do more events so we get our name out there, obviously, and it's definitely great going in front of the council because we give them reminders. Oh, we're there. We're involved with you guys, and so it's definitely nice to be out there in the community, and so everybody just kind of like knows who we are more and more as we do more events, for sure.
It is. It's very good to promote and market, what you guys do and the efforts that you actually provide within the community. So definitely. I think that's one of the nice things about the council is they see that, and especially with all of the groups of young people that we've had all the way from 2006 or 7 all the way through. So it's a pretty dynamic group of individuals all the way. We've seen so many different individuals as they've gone on through. I know a lot of the Youth Commission individuals from the past. They're serving as professors overseas. They're emeritus status in different colleges and things of that nature. Yep. And now they're in their profession and they're moving forward with as attorneys, or they're doctors, or they're advocates within the community, social workers or whatever. But they're doing things that they want to do within their life, and they're making an impression within their community. So that's what we want to see, and you guys are doing a great job. Now, Brigham, real quick here, I know that you're also you're a varsity individual with me. You're a team captain for the tennis team?
Yes, I am.
Tell us about that as well.
So my freshman year, I wanted to play a sport in the spring, so I was like, well, tennis is there, so I tried it out, and I love it. And this is my last year playing tennis in high school because I am a senior this year, and it's been one of the better experiences. Taught me a lot about teamwork and leadership and just how to have fun in high school and not worry so much, because it's like one of those therapy things. So it's definitely one of my hobbies that gets me away from all the stress of life a lot. So it's definitely great.
Yeah, it'd be something for you to take advantage of in the future as well.
Definitely.
Just to get out on the courts here or there and bang that ball around. So get rid of a little bit of a stress.
Definitely, for sure.
All right. Thank you very much, Brigham. We're going to take another break here. We'll be back in just a moment. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager. Thank you for joining us for Inside Cottonwood.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.com.
This is Bruce Merle, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood, and with me is Brigham Peterson and Kayla Mack. Thank you guys once again. We're entering into our third segment here of questions, so hang on as we get through this a little bit more here. Brigham, tell us about the Youth Commission, the programs this past year, and what they have provided to the community overall.
In the past year, we've done a lot of youth leadership days. So last year we went down to GCU in the spring and we did a youth leadership day that's really helped us establish our leadership skills. And we also do the Easter egg hunt involvement, so we were out there early in the morning helping out with that. We also do the 4th of July, and we really just try to put our name out there. Then we were supposed to do the haunted house. Yeah, but that didn't happen.
We'll get it next year.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Okay, all right.
With the last year, in December of last year, we did the angel tree, and we did the pictures of Santa as we were doing pictures with Santa tonight. Last year, we provided a ton of kids with presents and stuff for Christmas, and then last year we did the turkey drive as well, and so we bought turkeys and gave them to the Old Time Mission. This year we also did the turkey drive as well with the fire department with the Old Time Mission, and so we're trying to kind of do the repeat of everything that we did last year because that was some great stuff, but we're also trying to implement some new things this year with our teen night, or we're trying to come up with new ideas to really get teens involved with just everything in the community that's going on. So. Yeah, tonight we do have pictures with Santa, so we're trying to get our name out there. We're doing, I believe, free. I think they're free pictures.
Yeah, they're free with a cell phone.
Oh, okay.
And then $4 or $3 if you'd like a professional one taken.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we're doing that, and then we're also have the angel tree going right now. So we're going to start getting all the gifts donated. Then we'll be wrapping them and handing them back out to families in the community. So.
Do you guys know how many gifts were given last year with the Angel Tree program?
I do not know the number, but I remember wrapping them, and it took me so long. So it was a lot.
It was a lot of them.
It was a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone says they go fast.
Yeah, they do. So I just know I've seen the tree at the rec center, and it's just full. So it's a good program, dynamic program, and it touches a lot of people's hearts. So that's great. So thank you guys for doing that. Now, I know with just the elections that just came up, for all of the young people that were applying for the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission, for parents in the future, who do they contact, or should they desire to be part of this program for their kids in the future? Who should they contact?
They can contact Kayla Mack, obviously, or they can contact Jack Teal. at the City of Cottonwood, or you can also just go to the Cottonwood Recreation Center and get more information from the Leisure Times as well too.
Okay.
Yeah, for our application process, we went around to the schools and did a speech, and then handed out applications through then. And then we also went to the Mingus High School and sold ice cream sandwiches. We passed them all around and with along with the applications.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys gave a speech. That was neat.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that, so that's great. So that's just kind of giving them information as to what they can expect if they were to move into the positions.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
That's great. Now we've just had the youth applications submitted over the past month, along with finalization of the selection of applicants in front of the council. Tell us about this process that staff and the City Council go through for selection of youth onto the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission. What is that? How does it happen?
So we, as they said, they pass out applications and we pass them around to all the schools and to the different clubs at Mingus, the leadership clubs and whatnot. And we basically just, once we get the applications turned, we go over the applications and see what kind of what we're thinking for everybody and who would be the best applicants for and whatnot. Then we call everybody back for interviews later on and we make our final decision off of that. And then,
so now is this kind of a blind draw so that you know?
Yes,
so you don't know who you're actually selecting?
Yes.
Because I know youth in a lot of circumstances, they really like somebody and they're like, hey, I'll get you in or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is not the case here.
Yeah, we actually don't know the names at all or who they are until the first meeting right before we present them to council, the night before we present them to council.
Oh, okay, so it's the night before.
Yeah, so we actually don't know that, and so we don't know who the applications are, the names on the applications. We just know what they're involved in and what their skills are, and we kind of grade them off that.
Okay, so Kayla, who do these folks actually report to then? As we were talking, I know. So go over that for us.
Okay, yeah. So you report to me, and then you can call the Recreation Center, and my extension number would be 3211.
Okay.
And then along with my email, it would be Mack, M-A-C-K, at cottonwoodaz.gov.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll be there to
even
answer.
if people had questions as to the Youth Commission and what it does or anything else, they can get in touch with you that way too, or they can call that number right on the screen as it's showing up right now. Now, how do you see this program affecting our community in the future? I think that question is maybe for both of you. I know that this group was instrumental in the past on putting together surveys for trying to land a movie theater in Cottonwood, to providing detailed information to the Recreation Center architects for the actual building program in 2009. Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're trying to really just, I haven't really been involved in those past ones, but I know that we're trying to definitely just get more history with the city about the Recreation Center, and so we can get more of our name out there and get more events planned with the city. And so we're trying to just kind of get our name out there, like I said before.
Right.
I think that kind of goes with our motto, dream big.
Right.
Like how they did pass out those surveys in the past, like we really do have that authority that we can make that kind of stand output. So I think we'll definitely after today start thinking about more into that and how we can get back out there to do projects like that, because we do want more services for the youth, and that's definitely what we're doing with the Riverfront Park. So I think that will definitely bring up opportunities in the future.
Right. Definitely. I was just going to say that I know that with some of the circumstances with Riverfront Park, it's a 96-acre park facility. So there's a lot of things that we're looking at in basically surveying the area, as well as we've actually brought a Norris design team in. And so what they're doing is looking at possibilities for design in the future, and they will definitely be contacting you folks probably for design purposes and what are your thoughts and things of that nature. They want your input, and that's a big part of it, because again, it's about family, but it's also about bringing a lot of kids and youth into the into the park facilities. So that's some of the things that we really want to try to capture as much as we can. So you guys will probably be asked to do certain things here in the next year or maybe the next 2 years. So it'd be kind of neat again to see that the council is maybe moving that direction to capitalize on you guys and what you can bring to the table. So that's what's really nice and what's really amazing. With that, I want to thank you both again for being here today. We're going to kind of close things down here, but if you have any questions, please get in touch with Kayla or with Brigham. Definitely either at Mingus Union High School, you can find Brigham, or you can get in touch with Kayla directly on the phone. So thank you both again for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being able to get out of Spanish class, and I appreciate that greatly. Thank you for joining us for Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. Have a great day and a happy holiday.